3 weeks ago, Russia's state-backed RT News network stirred some excitement when it reported that BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, will announce the creation of a gold-backed currency. However, South Africa's ambassador to BRICS, Anil Sooklal, clarified that a new currency is not on the agenda. What they are slated to talk about is how to enhance trading using local currencies. Many think that this keeps the status of the US dollar a little safer. It doesn't. There are more than 40 countries applying for membership. Not everyone will be accepted, but even if they accept just a quarter of them, it will enable these countries to trade amongst themselves. If they trade using their own currencies instead of creating a new currency, it will strengthen their economies. They could form a group of developed countries while the IMF and World Bank's most influential countries are struggling economically, like the US. If they create a new currency, it will at the very least buy us time. A currency's strength very much depends on the demand. So far, BRICS has not accepted a new member, but is already entertaining the possibility of accepting more countries after 22 countries submitted a formal intent to join, while another 22 have informally expressed their intention. Among the countries that submitted their applications are Argentina, Bangladesh, the United Arab Emirates, Iran, and Saudi Arabia. There are some European countries too. There are 69 global leaders invited to the meeting in August, which would make the extent of BRICS' potential global influence more tangible. According to South Africa's Institute for Security Studies, BRICS nations represent 42% of the world's population, but have less than 15% of the voting rights in the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, IMF. BRICS intends to form a bigger coalition so they can address problems that the IMF and World Bank aren't addressing. These problems are expected to be discussed extensively in the next meeting. The ambassador and his counterparts discussed 4 broad areas that needed to be addressed to decide on the criteria for expansion earlier this month. And these 4 areas will be elaborated upon during the meeting of the bloc's foreign ministers later on Thursday, he said. Sooklal, however, denied that a gold-backed currency is on the agenda. This contradicts reports by Russia's state-backed RT News network. Sooklal said that they are still moving away from the US dollar and that Western sanctions against Russia imposed after the Ukraine invasion are accelerating the transition. Right now, however, they intend to do that by strengthening trade using their local currencies. BRICS is determined to make it happen. In fact, it was announced that Russian President Vladimir Putin would not attend in person, averting a potential diplomatic crisis, as the country is a member of the International Criminal Court and could be obligated to arrest him over alleged war crimes committed by Russia in Ukraine. This shows the solidarity of the nations. New currency or not, it is a real threat to the U.S. economy.